Most warriors are made by training. Most empires are built by strategy. But the Vikings, the most feared people in human history, were made by something far more powerful. They were made by the land itself, born from ice and rage. Scandinavia is a land of edges, rock, ice, and ocean. Winters that devour the sun. Months where day is a rumor. Coastlines that fracture ships and men alike. Soil too thin to feed a growing people. Villages clung to cracks in the rock, squeezing harvests from frost. Beauty, yes, but beauty that does not fill a bowl. Here, scarcity was the first teacher. Families learned endurance by necessity, not by choice. When your land turns hard, your will turns harder. The world narrowed to two paths. When your land cannot feed you, you take from other lands. When your winters last 6 months, you learn to survive anything. The Vikings didn't choose to be fierce. They learned hunger, and they learned the sea. Their geography left them no other option. Out of this crucible, a people hardened into motion. Their answer was wood, iron, and wind. Clinker-built hulls flexed with the sea instead of fighting it. Shallow draft, a miracle of intent. They could cross oceans and climb rivers in the same breath. While the rest of the world built walls to stop them, the Vikings simply sailed around them. Their wake reached England first, a shock that echoed for centuries, then Ireland, the Isles, and deep into the British kingdoms. They rode to Paris itself. Walled cities learned that walls end at water. Eastward they stitched Europe to the steppe on threads of water. From furs to silver, from slaves to silk, the current carried commerce. They leapt fjord to fjord across the roof of the world, and reached North America 5 centuries before Columbus. Navigation by sun, stars, birds, and the language of waves. Tools humble and brilliant served courage plain and fierce. Masters of the sea, because the sea was their only road. They were not only warriors, they were builders of roots and reputations. They wrote law, named places, marked debts and oaths. They seeded cities across the river lattice of the east. From Lapland's furs to Stepp's silver, their ledgers ran long. They traded with emperors and prayed in halls of gold. Craft was their quiet power. Ships, steel and cloth. They homesteaded the edges of the map. Explorers by design, survivors by training. They left whispers of wood and iron on new shores. Their network spanned climates, currencies and creeds. At home, they passed on more than legend. They passed on skill. Navigation was poetry written on the sea. Proof of a world tied together by Viking hands. They were neighbours, farmers, shipwrights, as much as raiders. England, France, Russia, North America. The world remembers the Vikings for their rage. History forgot to mention their genius. The ice is still there. The longships are gone. But the DNA of a people, forged by the harshest land on earth, still runs through the veins of millions. A reminder that the most extraordinary humans in history were not born great. They were made great by the land that refused to be kind to them. Ice, stone, salt, storm, these were their teachers. And the sea, their road to the world. Remember the land. Skål.